Awaken your power. This is Mindset Mastery.
You ever notice how the nicest people often live the most controlled lives? Not because they're weak, not because they're stupid, but because kindness becomes a cage the moment you use it to keep the peace instead of protecting your peace. So here's the real question. How much of your life still belongs to you? And how much do other people quietly run because you're too kind to say no? Let's talk about it. Because if you don't understand this, you'll wake up one day living a life you didn't choose, a life shaped by everyone else's needs, except your own. Most people think kindness is always good, and it is when it comes from strength, when it's a choice, when it's given with boundaries. But many people don't practice that kind of kindness. They practice the other one, the dangerous one, the kindness that hides fear, the kindness that avoids conflict, the kindness that says, "I'll just do it. It's easier than disappointing someone." And slowly, your schedule stops being yours. Your energy stops being yours. Your decisions stop being yours. Your life stops being yours. You think you're being helpful. You think you're being generous. But what you're actually doing is handing your power away in tiny, polite pieces. So let's break this down. Here are the moments where being too kind quietly destroys your sense of control, and how to take your life back. Point 1. The kindness that bends your boundaries. You know this one. Someone asks for a favor. You don't want to do it. You're tired, busy, drained. But your mouth says, "Yeah, sure, no problem." Why? Because saying no feels rude. It feels selfish. It feels like you'll disappoint them. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to something you don't want, you say no to yourself. Imagine someone calling you last minute. "Hey, can you help me move?" You already had plans for the day, but you cancel them anyway. They're relieved. You're resentful. And you tell yourself, "It's fine. It's just one time." But it's never just one time. It becomes a pattern, a silent contract where your boundaries don't exist. Real kindness doesn't erase your limits. Only fear does. Point 2. The kindness that makes you responsible for everyone's emotions. You've probably done this before. Changing your tone, hiding your real thoughts, avoiding tough conversations, just to make sure no one gets upset. You're constantly trying to manage how everyone feels. Your friend says something disrespectful. You laugh it off. Your family member crosses a line. You stay quiet. Your coworker dumps extra work on you. You handle it because they're stressed. You call it kindness. But deep down, it's emotional self-sacrifice. When you feel responsible for other people's feelings, you stop being responsible for your own life. Here's the problem. The world gets used to the version of you that never pushes back. So they keep taking, not because they're evil, but because you keep training them to. Point 3. The kindness that makes you disappear. This is the scariest one. The kindness where you shrink yourself just to make sure others feel comfortable around you. You stop talking about your goals because people might judge you. You stop asking for what you want because it might make someone uncomfortable. You stop taking up space because you don't want to seem too much. Little by little, your personality gets quieter. Your dreams get smaller. Your presence gets softer. And one day you look in the mirror and wonder, When did I stop being me? Being too kind turns you into a shadow in your own story. You become supportive, agreeable, helpful, everything except alive. Kindness isn't supposed to erase who you are. It's supposed to highlight it. Point 4. The kindness that replaces your identity with a role when you're too kind. People stop seeing you as a person. They start seeing you as a role. You're the reliable one. You're the understanding one. You're the one who never gets angry. You're the one who always helps. At first it feels good. It feels like purpose. It feels like belonging. But eventually, it becomes pressure. Because the moment you try to change, the moment you set a boundary, the moment you stop doing the things they expect, people get offended. They say, "What happened to you? You've changed. You're being difficult." No, you're not being difficult. You're being human. But the role they assigned you won't let you be anything else. And that's how kindness becomes a trap. When people only value you for what you give them, not for who you are. So here's the truth. Being kind is beautiful. But being too kind, the kind driven by fear, guilt, or insecurity, will build a life that doesn't belong to you. Your time is yours. Your energy is yours. Your boundaries are yours. Your voice is yours. And the moment you protect those things, your kindness becomes stronger, not weaker. Remember this. Kindness without boundaries isn't kindness. It's self-abandonment. Start choosing yourself. Start protecting your space. Start saying no when you need to. That's not selfish. That's self-respect. If this hit you, if you felt even one sentence in your chest, then maybe it's time to take your life back. Drop a comment below. Where in your life do you feel like kindness has cost you the most? And if this message helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it too. You deserve a life you control, not a life controlled by everyone else.